Hey guys, welcome back to Sharon's Nail Boutique. I'm your host Sharon. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so. This is a before and after shot. Look at how great those nails still look. So I've actually left a lot of the video in for you guys. I am doing my prep by pushing all of the 10 cuticles back, just all that growth, that new growth, all that skin growth. Remember, you want to be super careful when you're taking this step because you don't want to push too hard back on the skin because you could really hurt your client that way. As you can see, all her nails are still on. They still look amazing. She had no lifting whatsoever, barely anything. I didn't have to replace or repair any of these nails, and I think I'm going to start doing like the before and after shots just to kind of give you guys an idea of what the ladies come in looking like, if they came from somewhere else, what their nails look like. And let me know if that's something that would interest you guys. If you like seeing the before and afters, if you just prefer getting straight to it, let me know in the comments below. That being said, moving forward, I'm just taking my nippers here and getting any of that extra dead skin living on that nail surface. Ooh, kind of nasty when you think about it, right? But anywho, I am going in with my Volcano bit here, and this is my fine grit Volcano safety bit. And I actually got this off AliExpress. There's a really good seller on there. I think they go by the name Wilson. If I could find a link, I will pop it in the description box below. So I don't go all the way down, but pretty much as close as I can get without making that nail too thin to the point where it'll snap off. So I've made some of those mistakes in the past with doing that with some of my clients, and they start playing with their tips and they just snap and break off. So lately what I've been doing, as long as I don't have to do like a glass tip design or anything where like you could see through the color, I'm fine with bringing it almost completely all the way back down and just leaving some of that old still there, because you could go right over the top of that. That's the great part about colored acrylic, is you can literally go right over your old design and nobody will know the difference. And unless, like I said, unless you're doing a glass tip design or something like that, then it's really not going to make a huge deal. So I'm literally just bringing that back down as thin as I could possibly get it, like I said, without making it too thin. And she had a Glam & Glitz Baby Blue in the color Strut and the Cover Nude Blush from Mia Secret. And then I used one of my glitter mixes on the accent nails and I just encapsulated it. On my channel, you'll find that I do a lot of encapsulated nails. Now, I have gotten questions and suggestions of doing some other designs. I am going to be doing a foil design for someone in specific that asked me to do it. And so if you guys want to see anything in particular, definitely leave it in the comments below, because even if I don't have someone that'll let me do that design, I can do it on the practice hand, I could do it on practice tips. So you just let me know. Now I'm going in with my 100 grit nail file, and I use this to shape the edge, the free edge, and get it back into that ballerina shape, coffin-y shape that I had before. And you really want to make sure that you really get these edges crisp, and you turn your client's hand so you can see from their point of view, because it may look good on your side and even, and then you turn it around from their view and it's crooked. So you just want to make sure that it's straight and even from their perspective, not from yours. So you're also checking down the barrel of the nail and making sure that you're getting your shape right. So when I'm happy with, you know, all the stuff that needs to be removed and the lifting and everything like that, which there was like none, I will move on and I will start doing like the cuticle with the cuticle bit. So on the side of her finger there, she has like some hangy bits, and when I was going in with my file, it kind of nipped it a little bit. So I took my antiseptic liquid there and I just cleaned it up for her. And you could find those on eBay. They actually come in like 2 packs for like $10 or something like that. This is the only time that you should be going on the nail plate surface itself with any type of drill bit. That's my cuticle bit, and it's literally so soft that you could put it right to your skin and it won't even, you won't feel nothing. That's the only time you should be using a drill bit on the natural nail. To remove the shine, you use your hand file in a 180 grit or a sponge buffer. Nothing more, nothing less. Anybody that's telling you that you can use a sanding band with the machine on a low speed is a liar. Not only are they a liar, but they're destroying their clients' fingers. And I'm just gonna come right out with it and say these things because I'm really disappointed in some of the ladies on here that are teaching these other beginners to go ahead and do that to remove the shine, and saying, oh, it's not a big deal because it's on the lowest speed. Actually, it's a huge deal because you can fracture your client's nail plate. Your hands and your hand file don't have RPMs in it, whereas the drill is at a constant turn and does have RPMs in it. So now you don't just have just a drill, but now you got your hand in there too. The hand file, you're literally only using your hand in a back and forth motion very lightly, whereas like I said, the drill is at a constant turn and your hand is going back and forth. So you tell me which is better. I prefer to take very good care of my clients' nails, and I don't want to hurt them in any type of way, so I don't go across their natural nail with a sanding band. I'm not claiming to be better than anybody, but that's one of the first things they teach us in nail school, is to not do that. So I'm not okay with doing that, and I'm not going to cut corners just to hurry up and get somebody out of my chair. There's sometimes that my sets take up to 4 hours because I will not compromise. I will not skip steps. I get it perfect, and then I'm happy, and then my clients can go. But if I only do one person in a day, then I only do one person in a day. That's fine by me, as long as my clients are being well cared for. That's all I care about. So I'm going in, sorry about that rant, guys. I'm going in with my number 14, 100% German Kolinsky brush. And I got this brush from my nail supply place in Connecticut where I live. You could find these easily on AliExpress, eBay, Amazon. I'll leave a couple links down below where I prefer to get my brushes, because I just ordered another one off AliExpress. I'm waiting for it to come in. It's a number 12. I prefer oval Kolinsky brushes, the ones that are already pinched, but either or is good. As long as you have a good Kolinsky sable brush, you're pretty much fine. But I like how it comes into that pinched toe. And I just prefer my brushes this way because I feel like it helps more with the cuticle area. So I apologize, excuse me, I just lost my train of thought, but I apologize for being so out of frame right here. I didn't realize when I was editing how much out of frame I was. I think I left it in because you could still see like that cuticle area that I was doing. Moving forward, I do a full nail of strut on the middle, the pointer, and the thumb finger. And then on the pinky and the ring finger, and I will use a tie-dye in different shades of blues, including this strut one right here. I love this baby blue. It's like a true baby blue hue, you know what I mean?
Shelly?
Shelly! Where are you, Shelly? Hi, girl. Shelly here. Oh, Sharon, you're doing so good on these nails, girl. I don't know if y'all know me, but my name is Shelly, and I'm Sharon's cousin from down south. Yeah, I haven't been here in a while, but I used to do all her voiceovers.
I live in
No, you didn't, Shelly. Stop lying to the people. You never did all my voiceovers. Oh, yes, I did, Sharon. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. Oh, okay. You know what, Shelly? Time for you to go.
This is a family-friendly
Yeah,
video.
this is a family-friendly. There's no cursing or anything like that. Well, you know what? I don't give a damn.
Good goddamn. I'm from Alabama.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Shut up.
That's my my Western down south cousin, guys. That's Shelly.
Goodness gracious, Shaquifi.
If you go back to some of my older videos, you could hear her in some of those. But I'm just finishing this nail now with the strut. It may look like I'm using a lot, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to build up the color and the body of it. I encapsulate the nail, but I don't go in with too much of the clear. And when I file, obviously it won't be thick. Everything will be shaped really nicely. But I want you guys to watch the rest of the video and just enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next one. Any questions, please pop them below. Do not be afraid to ask, because you won't find out if you don't ask, guys.
There's no stupid question.
There's no stupid questions. Exactly.
And if I think this question is stupid, I'll just give you a stupid answer.
Yeah, if I think it's a stupid question, I'll give you a stupid answer. But most likely it won't be a stupid question, because there's no such thing. Anybody learning, you know, no question is too much or too stupid or too ridiculous to ask, you know, because when we're first starting, we don't really know too much about the lingo and the technological terms of stuff. So any questions, pop them below. Feel free. If you're new here and have not yet subscribed, please do so. I promise you will not regret it. You will love this channel. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. But yeah, so guess I'm just, you know what, I'm just gonna, in the beginning when I started my channel, I felt like I needed to like be a certain way, like studious and proper and, you know, just like not myself. And even though I can be all those things, studious and proper and whatever, I'm a big goofball. Like, I'm a huge goofball. I love to joke around. I'm 34 years of age. I don't feel like it mentally, physically maybe, but I have an 18-year-old daughter, a 16-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son, and I have a grandson. And I just feel super young mentally, and I'm not gonna let things in my life dictate how I should feel. You know, just because you're a grandmother doesn't mean you have to age out and act all old and stuff. You know, it's perfectly fine to be that young, hip, fun grandmother, like, you know. So anyways, has nothing to do with nails, but I am finishing up doing the solid color nails. I'm doing the pointer now as we speak, and then I move on to that big old thumb, that oppositional thumb that never wants to cooperate. Everyone hates thumbs, you know, am I right? The only thing they're good for is hitching a ride. Hitching a ride, hitching a ride. But yeah, so I just finished that pointer. I'm loving how I'm like, because I've kind of changed up my acrylic application again. And so I'm not playing with like the top of the bead, whereas before, like, I would try to get it so perfect up at that top area instead of just placing it and letting it sit and do its own thing, you know. So now that's what I'm doing, and it's working perfectly. So if I could give anyone advice, when you place your bead up at that cuticle area, place it, move it to get it into place if you have to, but do not remove any acrylic from the top of your bead. It totally distorts your shape and ruins everything. It's like that old ex-stalking boyfriend that just keeps showing his ugly face. Like, get out of here. Go. Stalker. So yeah, I finished that up by encapsulating it with a kind of wettish bead, but you want it to be, you want to wait obviously till it's polymerized, till you place it. But when you place it, it's gonna do its own thing with gravity. So you place it, you spread it out, tap it out a little bit, as you see me doing here, side to side, and then you let gravity kind of just like let it pull itself down, and you're pulling from the bottom of the bead. You're just kind of helping it go down the nail. You don't have to do too much like pulling. You know, it's more padding and like spreading it out, but gently. You don't want to be too rough with your acrylic because you're going to pull too much of it off the nail. So I will let you guys watch the rest of this. I'm going to be starting the tie-dye nails after I'm done doing the full baby blues, and I'm so excited for this part because it's like my favorite part of the nail set. Yeah. This part of the nail set was like my absolute favorite part to do because first of all, blue is my favorite color. So I absolutely love using blue any fucking chance. Ooh, excuse me. Any chance that I. So, moving forward and trying to get serious, I place a little bead right up under that free edge area. Just kind of give it a little more oomph, a little more substance, a little more opaqueness. So when I'm happy with how it looks, I will now, I think I place, okay, I'm gonna go in and encapsulate, okay. So I make sure that up at that cuticle area, it looks exactly how I want it to look, pretty much right from the gate. Because if you do a lot of your work with your brush, you're gonna have that much less to do when you come in and you file and hand file. Personally, I do a lot of work with my clients' nails. Like, I come in with my file to shape it, I do my hand file to get all the lumps and bumps out, and I buff. So I don't just use my electric file and then just buff it. Like, I do a lot of extra work to make sure that my clients' nails look A+. And maybe I do too much, maybe I don't do enough, I don't know, but it definitely makes the process a lot longer than like your average commercial nail salon, chop shop, whatever you want to call them. So this is the tie-dye nails, guys, and this is the one where I go in with Strut, which is the really, really light baby blue. Then I go in with Lighthouse, which is kind of a tricky color to work with, because if you could see what I'm doing there, those are like little pigment bits. And that's the only thing I don't really like about Glam and Glitz, is that some of their colors, like, you'll get things like that. And then other colors of theirs are really, really nice, like this deep blue color. But Lighthouse, for some reason, because I think it's mixed with like white, it just marbles quite a bit. And I guess that's good for nails like these, because the tie-dye, marble, kind of similar. And the way I do my tie-dyes, I like to just place a small wet bead and place it where I want it and pull when I'm happy. You know, I wipe off excess if I have to, and you know, I'm just kind of going slowly along with these small wet beads. You know, I'm placing these and then I pull when I'm happy with the placement. And you want to make sure that you're not pulling too much from the top of the bead, more like at the bottom part of it, because you don't want to pull the shape out of place. You kind of get what I'm saying. It's like down near the free edge, it's okay because it's like a flatter, straighter surface, but up at the cuticle, you want to give it like that natural, rounded, kind of built up look, because that's where more of the nail substance is. That's where you're getting your strength. That's where you're going to want it to be strong and your apex in place. Like, obviously I'm capping, so a lot of my apex is coming in when I cap with the clear. But yeah, these tie-dyes are one of my favorites to do, because it really doesn't matter like where your color placement is, how you're placing it. Like, you just need to kind of practice and work with your beads and your powder to liquid ratio, and what works for you, what works with your brush, stuff like that. Because depending on the size of your brush, obviously your brush is going to pick up more liquid versus less. With a smaller one, you're going to pick up less. I mean, that's just, it's not rocket science. It's kind of just easy math. But any advice I could give to beginners is just really practice on your liquid powder ratio, because once you get that down packed with the brands you're using, it's pretty much downhill from there. And then you work on like your bead placement and stuff like that. And if you're interested in seeing any of those videos, just let me know in the comment section below. I mean, for the most part, my videos just consist of me doing the nails and explaining the design. I don't do too many how-to or tutorials, just because I feel like if you give someone the wrong advice, you're easily blamed. Now, I guess I'll put a disclaimer out there, because where I live in Connecticut, as of right now, you're not required to be licensed to practice doing nails. But starting January 2021, you do have to be. So I will actually be going back to school for this soon. But it's not my only passion. I started this as a hobby mainly because I had a really bad experience in a nail salon, and that's for a whole nother video. But I went through so much pain and like torture sitting in that chair. By the end of it, my cuticles were all cut, bleeding, my nails were crooked. I was not happy at all, and I paid $60 for a set I wasn't happy with. Now, the sets, like this set, I charge $60 for, and this is all colored acrylic. I include gel top coat, shape, length. Like, I'll explain my prices too in another video, but there's ways to go about things. Like, when I first started doing people's nails, I started doing them for $15 a set. So eventually, with time, as you get better and more time goes by, you can start charging more. You can start individualizing charges, like, because people know the quality is there, so they're willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? So anyways, I have finished that tie-dye nail up, and so I go back and now I want to cap these. But like I said, like I was saying before, you can pretty much place any of those colors wherever you want them. It's super easy to do a tie-dye nail. You don't have to put too much thought into it. And I'm just gonna cap the ring finger. And I like to pick up my bead, more on the wet side, because that gives you more time to work with it. And I let it sit for a second. That way, when I come back with my wet brush, I can easily mold it and pull it down into place. And Mia Secret is great for that. I'm so used to their system now. I love how simple Mia Secret system is to use. And like I said, it's great for beginners and intermediate alike. I just wish that they made their color containers bigger, but hey, that's neither here nor there. So I move on to the next hand, and this is our next tie-dye. And I start actually at the cuticle this time. So I'm starting with Lighthouse, and I'm just cleaning up those edges really quick so I don't have any on the skin. And then I will go in with my next color, which is Deep Blue by Glam and Glitz. And I think that's just from their, I think the Deep Blue is their, I don't think it's the fantasy one. I think it's just from the regular color collection. But Strut is from their Naked color collection, and Lighthouse is from either the Color Pop collection or just the color collection. So I just randomly go in with each of those colors, going switching it up, just making sure that they're nice and wet. And stop laughing, Missy. You got such a nasty mind. There's my sister, everybody. She's a pervert. Sorry. So I go in with the Deep Blue, and I just keep switching it up. I just want to make sure that I have enough of each of the colors that I have, so it's like kind of like a nice even amount of all of them. I think I just lost my lighting there, or not. Okay, so there was like a small patch there that was kind of see-through, so I just fixed that with a little bit of Lighthouse, and I'll add a little bit of more of the Deep Blue on the other side. And when I'm happy with it, I will cap it. Not before I add a little more strut though. I think now I'm happy with that. I cap it in my clear. And you see how I kind of like let it sit for a second, like the bulk of it. Now I start pulling it down. See how it's kind of like already like polymerized? but it's not so polyamide to the point where it's drying already. Like, it's perfect for one bead scenario. Like, it's just, oh my god. I can't rave about Mia Secret Clear enough, because I feel like Mia Secret is an extremely underrated product. But yeah, I start off with the deep blue at the cuticle, and then I'll go in with Lighthouse up at that side. And then I'll come in with Strut. And it's kind of cool because, like, she had Strut on before this set, so it was already pretty much there, so it wasn't like too many harsh colors mixing together, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I pretty much talked through this whole video, joked around with you guys. I had so much fun doing this set, and I had so much fun doing the voiceover. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, because you will not regret it, I promise. Don't forget to hit that bell too, so you could be notified every time I upload, guys. And I just really hope you like this one. Until my next one, guys, I love you all so much, and thank you for returning for another video and showing me your love and support. I hope that we can get this channel to 1,000, because I have a freaking awesome giveaway, guys, at 1,000 subbies. Let's try to get there and get it going and just make it fun, guys. I want this giveaway at 1,000 to be the shit. So I want as many people to be able to join as possible, because that just makes it more fun. It makes it more of a competition, you know what I mean? And if anyone's interested in doing a collab video with me, let me know in the comments below. If you've watched the video this whole time, I'll know, because you'll be able to repeat back to me some of the things I said. Obviously, you could probably jump ahead and cheat, but then you won't be able to watch the video, and that's no fun. Okay, guys, I gotta go now because I gotta work soon, but I love y'all, and just finish up watching this video and the encapsulation, and I will see you in my next one, guys. Bye!